What's up, everybody, and welcome to Stabby Time. I'm your host, Liz, and I'm with my co-host, Brendan.
Hello.
Hey, you guys might have forgot about us.
Mm.
We have been busy. Oh, no, I didn't mute myself, so you guys know I'm watching myself. You don't know that. You guys didn't hear that at all. Whatever, everyone does that. I gotta know what the other side looks like. We've been in a little hiatus. It's my fault. I'm gonna take full blame. It is all mine. Like, so after the convention, by the way, thank you to everybody. I don't even know if it's been such a long time. It's been only 3 months, but I thanked everyone who came out to the panel. It was a blast. It was amazing.
Yeah,
There was a chick there that was dressed like Hellraiser, and it
that's
was
cool.
perfect.
Yeah.
I know. I'm a little jealous. I had my bald cap because when Hellraiser came out on DVD, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do the Hellraiser cosplay. And then I was like, this is a lot of work. I'm not gonna do that. Like I said, fuck it. No way. Uh but yeah, it was a blast. It was a little overwhelming being the first panel. Uh it was weird. It was like I think besides Sledgehammer Horror, everyone else, no, yeah, Sledgehammer Horror and Killer Pinata, they have been at conventions, but I was also dealing with my other co-host from Boss Ass Whisks, Sarah, who never been to a convention but was like there to film, and her and then my dad came. So like we both bought tickets to see the dude that plays Resident Alien.
Uh-huh.
I forgot what happened. Oh, yeah. So he canceled the day my dad was supposed to go. So my dad then bought new tickets to see other celebrities. And he's never been to a convention. So I'm getting calls from him and Sarah, and they're both like, yeah, we're going to meet you inside. And I'm like, don't go. Whatever you do not go inside. And they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, inside the convention. And I go, you can't be inside the convention. I go, if you're inside the convention, leave. I go, there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to find you guys. And they're like, well, it doesn't seem that bad. So the way the convention's laid out is it's like in a hotel and it's super weird. So you walk in, but then you go through this big tunnel and then you go get your badge or you buy your tickets and then you get, security checked and then you get like go around again and then you go around again. And then there's like the people that check the badges. And then you're in this like, I call it the cosplay area. It's usually where like all the photographers are lingering to get cosplayers to do photographs. And then they have like a gift shop and like a Starbucks and whatnot. And they thought that was the convention. And I was like, oh no. Like it is a whole fucking thing. So we walked in and they're just overwhelmed. And my dad is as bad as I am when it comes to just like go, 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 go. So he's like, oh yeah, I'll be fine. I'll meet up with you guys. I'm like, there's no fucking way. Like, so he was getting his autographs. I was trying to get my autographs. And then I was trying to make sure everyone else was doing what they wanted to do. And then the whole time I'm also like, fuck, we're doing this panel. Am I ready? Do I have everything? It was like weird. It wasn't as organized when it comes to the convention side because they only had 2 mics,
Okay.
which was like, I go, we have 4 people though. So we all had to share, which I think we worked out pretty well when it comes to the sharing part. But what happened was the recordings, like it affected the recording because we had the mics plugged into my computer to record it live, but their mic for the speakers, everyone was concentrating on passing it down that we weren't really concentrating on the actual physical mics that was there for us.
Yeah.
So it was like, and then I said, I was like, oh my God. So I cut off half the interviews and what happened, but at least everyone got like a sneak peek of like what it was. But it was really funny because yeah, I mean it was just fun. It was just fun. And then we were like the last people. So as I was like talking in the middle of everything, this like loud voice is like, "Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming to the Fan Expo. We're going to be closing the doors." I'm like, was that God? What is going on? Jesus Christ. Aggressively loud. Yeah. Other than that, I got to talk to Rose McGowan.
Nice.
And I gave her a Killer Vegan t-shirt. She loved. I was scared. I don't know why, but I was scared. I was like, this could either be like a really good experience or really bad. I feel like it could go really bad really quick. So I didn't know what to do because I was like, fuck, I hope I don't have like a bad experience with Rose McGowan. Like she's like my teenage, like I've been watching her since Doom Generation. Like I don't want to fuck this up. Already, thankfully I got a hug from Matthew Lillard who saw me stressed out.
That's good. That'll always make you feel better.
When Matthew Lillard gives you a hug, it's like a therapy dog. Which I'm already weird with like hugging tall people because I'm very short and like, I don't know. I'm so close to everyone's junk in that mathematical situation that I'm just like, So I'm not usually a fan of hugging in general, but hugging tall people, not. But I'll tell you what, we fit like a perfect puzzle piece. And he wasn't even like paying attention to what I was saying. It was just kind of like slowly like bringing me towards him, almost like the creature from Stories You Tell in the Dark, like the big thing. That was him. He was like swallowing me slowly into his arms and then just had me there as he's having a conversation with Sledgehammer Horror. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go see Rose McGowan now. So I go to see her. First of all, he was funny because he's like, "What the fuck is this?" I go, "Oh, it's my game called Summon." And he's like, "Oh God, we're not gonna be raising the devil, are we?" I go, "Well, it's funny. Actually, my first set of fans were Satanists. I think they thought it was like a new edition of a Bible or something." So I go, "But yeah, props to the Satanists out there that supported Summoned." But then I went to go see Rose McGowan, and she was like, "Oh, what's the t-shirt?" I go, "It's Killer Vegan Donuts." And she's like, "Oh my God, that's so cool. Like, why Killer Vegan Donuts?" I go, and I told her the whole story. Blah, blah, blah. I own a cafe. I make horror donuts. And then we just started talking about her health issues. She has a stomach disease now that if she has like gluten or certain types of flours, it could like kill her. So yeah, so then we started talking about flour and baking. And then like in the middle of that, somehow it was all a blank. Like I feel like when a famous person talks to you and it's going well, I just go into this imaginary land where I forget they're famous. And I'm just like, what the fuck? How the hell do we get this conversation going? So we went from flower talking to she asked me what photo I wanted to her to sign. And I told her, I go, "Well, I'm super sad you don't have Doom Generation because that is how I know you from." And she was like, "Oh, we have one here. It's just really hidden." She grabbed it. And then she proceeded to tell me that that's her first ever movie she's ever made. So I legitimately watched her since the beginning. And I told her it was either that or Planet Terror that what I would have had her autograph. And I go, I always quote your character because it's like the story of my fucking life. Like useless talent number 156. Like that's literally me at work. My day job, that's me at work. I just got done last week. I was reading computer coding. And and then I made some props, and then I was doing accounting, and then I was doing like 5 million other things. I'm like, Jesus, these are useless talents that I can't really make money off of. So Rose McGowan said that that's actually her personal line. Like, she thought it was fitting for the character, and she always tells herself that. So that's from her and not from the script. And I was like, oh my God, we're besties. No, but I thought that was a fun fact. And yeah, I did like fangirl, and I was like, oh my God, we're the same person. And then, yeah, it was weird because it was so smooth. I waved goodbye. And I was like, yeah, I go, I couldn't remember the flour I bake with. I go, but I'll send it to you on the Instagram DM. Like, what the fuck? I was like, what is... I did, though. I didn't receive a reply, but I feel I'm faithful that, like, she got the message. But yeah. I've been on a roll with these famous people lately. Like Ted Raimi, fucking... What else did I get? I only got them because it was really expensive. That's the only two I met. I did meet Pinky and the Brain, but that's because my friend's a Ghostbuster and they were in line for Pinky and the Brain. And then all of a sudden I'm like in conversation with, Cinnamon Toast Man, powdered Cinnamon Toast Man from Ren and Stimpy. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Cole was there and no one was in line to see this guy.
Who?
Lisa Frankenstein. Cole, whatever his name is. Riverdale.
Cole Sprouse.
Yeah.
Cole Sprouse.
I was like, no one was in line.
That's surprising.
Right? And I really like him. Like, I love Riverdale, but then I had that moment of like, I'm like old. Like, is that going to be weird that I'm like fangirling over this like younger gentleman with no one in fucking line? It's like, I don't know.
You're not that much older than him.
No, I'm old. I'm looking it up right now.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's 33.
Dude, I'm like, wait, hold on. Before I give my age away. He's 32. I'm like 11 years older than him. You're like, age is just an age. Who cares? Tomato. That's usually how I say with my my dating life. I mean, that is true. I do date people near that age bracket anyway. So my mental state is 11 years younger. It all makes sense. But yeah, it was fun. We'll definitely do that again. Maybe we could find one near Brendan.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Or we're going to start doing what I predicted before that we could do is just make a mannequin Brendan or like a robot Brendan and then have you on an iPad just like fucking rolling around and interacting with people. Yeah. Hey, can you move? I just want to take a look at that. What the fuck is that? Oh, it's just Brendan. Can you move? He wants to see something on the table right there. He wants to get your autograph. You're like, what the fuck? So we're going to be talking about, I'm going to say these are the two goriest movies of 2024. And that is Terrifier 3, The Substance. But I think, I don't think there is there. Am I missing one maybe? I don't think so.
A Warrior? No. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Not when it comes to gore. That at least that I can remember seeing.
Yeah, and I feel like I would. I mean, Scream was gory, but these are like gory, and I'm gonna. When I say gory too, like Terrifier is gory. The Substance isn't really gory; it's more gross.
Yeah, it's because it's body horror. Body horror is like a whole different thing.
Yeah. It's a whole feel. It's a whole feel for it. But we're going to review Terrifier 3 first. And let me try to... We have a new layout, so...
Yeah, real
no
quick,
one judge me.
It's not doing it now, but your camera keeps auto-focusing.
Oh, yeah, it always does that. It's because
Okay.
it sucks.
All right, I was,
Yeah, I don't know what I was switching my stream stuff and then I don't
yeah, I
know
don't
why
know. Yeah, it's not doing it now. I don't know what was triggering it because you
it's
weren't
a
moving that much.
ghost. Are you
Yeah, 'cause
trying
you
to
weren't
scare
moving.
me? It's a ghost. It's a
Maybe
ghost.
a ghost keeps just like going in front of the camera.
I'm on live, ghost. Can you fucking mind your own business? I mean, Chewie has been very weird. He's like was under my chair a minute ago. Maybe I do have a ghost. I mean, who wouldn't want to haunt me? Why not? My life is a nightmare. I live in hell. I might as well be haunted. So yeah, it's just Casper the Friendly Ghost. It's okay.
Fair enough.
I had to revamp though the like rethink about the killings and stuff. So I'm gonna say I don't think any of these are in order for
That's fine.
Terrifier.
It's all right. Like Terrifier 3 was kind of all over the place anyway.
Oh, damn. I thought this was gonna be a smooth transition, and it's not. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. That's stupid. Whatever.
Oh, what is it? The
That's
trailer?
why we're live. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Look at that. Look how fancy that is.
that is kind of
So
cool.
I went with my friend Eric to see Terrifier 3. Like literally the early showing. I was like, fuck yeah, we're going. I'm not missing it. Um, it was so much fun.
Mhm.
Like everyone in the movie theater, were they very vocal for yours
No,
in the
there
movie
wasn't
theater?
really anyone there when I went to see it.
Oh,
'Cause I live in a slightly small town, and
yeah.
like
No one
obviously
wants to
this,
get in mass murder.
yeah, and like obviously this one was a bit more popular because of the second movie, but
Yeah.
still, still wasn't that many because it's kind of a weird movie to put here.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everyone's used to it being so super indie that once it was like in theaters, everyone's like, "Oh shit, like we gotta go, we gotta go."
Yeah.
Uh, we went to the Imagine Theater, which is awesome. I was very sad I didn't get a Terrifier popcorn bucket. I did get the It one. I feel like a clown for a clown, you know? I was like, why the fuck not? But this one, I've had my opinions about the whole like mystic magical sword shit, but I'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
You got Elliot, Serena, Victoria is the Terrifier's girlfriend, I call her, because what isn't she kind of like it's like Hellraiser with the
Yeah,
smoking
she
lady?
was she was the first victim from the first Terrifier,
Yeah.
and then it's
It,
like some weird. I don't. I
weird
don't even know if you
relationship.
call it like a. It's not even like a Stockholm thing. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah, it is very I guess you would call it like I guess a Stockholm syndrome.
I feel
But
like
like
she's, but she's. I think she's dead. I
so
never.
okay, I thought she was dead. I was like, she's dead, right? Because her face was ripped off, but I had to remember about the first one. And the first one was she was alive because that was the
Well,
whole thing. Is she was like weird and disfigured and like what the hell's this? Oh, I fucked
yeah,
up that. Never
because
mind.
he completely like jacked her up in the first movie, and then like
Yeah.
and didn't. I feel like she gave birth to him again at the end of
Oh fuck,
two.
that's right. She did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like I don't know what the fuck's going on with her. Like, I mean, she's cool. Like,
yeah,
I did
she
like her. I did like her in the third movie. It's just like I don't know. I don't even really know how I feel about the third movie.
yeah, it was a lot of questions.
It was just
I love the gore. The gore
sure.
was fantastic. The storyline got weird because she like so if you want to be technical, and it's funny because I was watching on YouTube like they do the kill counts
Yeah.
and people were counting her as a kill and I go, "Oh." And it kind of all kind of came together when I was like, I thought she was dead already, but she's not because he picked her up from the mental hospital because she was like eating like helping. I don't know what the fuck that was, because wasn't it like him with a head? It was like a
Yeah.
sperm head version of him.
I don't even know. I
Uh,
don't know.
I don't even know what that was. They were like, let's get weird, and they just went with it. Uh,
Yeah.
but so she's alive, but then they went to that house, and then she killed herself. And then she got back to life. So what I'm getting at, because
I'm
he's obviously some sort of demon. So
well,
the dad,
I'm pretty sure she's dead. I'm pretty sure she died at the end of
yeah.
one, and she's been possessed this whole time. And that's why
Oh,
her and Art can just keep reanimating themselves because they both
that makes
died
sense.
multiple times.
Yeah,
But
because I was
I
like,
don't
what?
know. I think the only way you can kill either of them is probably with that sword, with the
Yeah,
weird kind of like pseudo explanation from the random ass comic book her dad created with
yeah.
her.
Well,
I
so
don't.
what I was getting at with the comic book is, I think
Yeah,
that so Art is her dad. Like
maybe.
Art took over her dad, and Art is supposed to be her dad possessed as this demon clown.
Yeah,
And
whatever.
then yeah, I was like, and like this is what I'm picking up, because then by the way, I'm gonna give total warnings, everybody. This is a warning one. If you haven't seen Terrifier, it's all your fault anyways, because it's been a while. Get your shit together. But there is spoilers, a lot of
Mhm.
spoilers. So if you don't want to spoil, don't listen to us when after you're watching the movie. But
Hey,
he like, so you got the girl, she kills herself, and then you got this hole, right? So because she, of course, like fucking Sienna doesn't get the sword again. She brings the sword though. She brings the sword and then fucks it up somehow again. And now the sword and her cousin and Victoria are all in this hole.
yeah,
So they're
but
all
like,
in this hole.
yeah, and what's weird because like you look at Sienna from the second movie, and like she's like a
Mhm.
badass the whole time.
Yeah.
And it's cool. It's like, oh, this is awesome. She's a good counter to Art. And
Yeah.
then in this movie, like she's got her PTSD, her trauma. Cool,
I was
yes.
gonna say she's
Like I
trauma.
mean, obviously she's gonna have it. And then, but
Yeah.
she's like a completely different character. And it's
Yeah,
like
she's
it's like they neutered her. And I'm like, like what like what's happening? And it's
they did a very oh god, was it reminds me of Scream. It reminds me of Neve Campbell. You know, it reminds me of Neve Campbell's character, because she has the I'll beat your ass, but oh no, why does everyone not like me? Why does no one like me? I'm a victim. Like, what the fuck?
yeah.
Like, I'm going through trauma and everyone's blaming me for everything and no one likes me for some reason, but I'm gonna save everyone's life. And I'm like,
Yeah.
it was really weird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I don't understand.
yeah, 'cause I really felt like the whole movie itself is very nonsensical, and I was like
Yeah,
that was my main issue with it, like, all the kills and all that, they were cool. Like, most of
yeah,
the characters they introduced or they brought back, cool, but they didn't do anything with it. Like
yeah.
the like, when Jonathan's in college or whatever, and then you have that blonde girl that did the podcast with
Oh
whatever, her
yeah.
friend. They brought her back because you didn't I don't think you really saw her in the second one, but it's the same
Yeah.
actress. And now she's kind of got a fleshed out character a little bit. And it's like
Yeah.
she's fangirling a little bit in a weird way, but she was. And then, I mean, then they kill her. I mean, whatever. But it's just like you introduce him just to kill him. And like, I don't know. And like
Yeah.
that's like the whole issue I had with Jonathan. And
Yeah.
it's like they just straight up kill Jonathan off screen.
I don't think Jonathan's dead. I
Maybe
feel
I
like
hope not.
he
Because if he's
yeah.
kind of like a pseudo supporting main character, and then you just kill him off screen,
Yeah.
I'm like, no,
That's
you
what
don't do that.
hinted, yeah. That's what hinted me to it. I was like, there's no fucking way. I was thinking like, okay, so there's only there's only one possibility why they would do something like, well, two actually. The first one would be they're idiots. What the fuck? But I don't think that's the case.
Yeah.
I don't know if the actor in real life maybe had a situation where he rather not do the movies, but that makes no sense because I believe that kid
He's all
is not
about it.
only yeah, like he was in the industry being an influencer in the beginning. So like that would be weird.
Yeah,
Um
because I think he has his own horror podcast or something.
yeah. Yeah, and that's like he had it at before this, and now he has like a band and shit, but like I don't, and he's really into like posting content with the convention, so I don't really think that he like they would kill him off in any way. But
Yeah, because if
yeah,
they did, I feel like there'd be a more, I'm gonna say like emotional toll, but like,
yeah,
I don't know,
a
like
show
something,
like
because like,
Dewey and
yeah, but
Scream, you know
exactly
what I
what they
mean?
do with like what they did with Dewey. Like if they milk this series out, you get like 5, 6 movies out of it.
Yeah,
Eventually, you kill Jonathan, or maybe you kill Sienna, and then you pass on to
yeah,
Jonathan. I don't know, whatever they want to do with it. But it's like you don't kill him off
yeah,
screen. I'm
and just
like
say here we have. That's
it's
what
like,
I'm
oh,
like.
here's his glasses. I'm like, no, don't do
That's my
that.
thing too. It was very like nonchalant. Like I get that it was a twist. You know
Sure.
what I mean? Like they were like, "Oh, there's a twist. You thought it was the cousin, but guess what? It wasn't. It was actually fucking Jonathan, but it wasn't Jonathan. It was I don't know who the fuck it was. It can't be Jonathan.
Well, I mean,
I'm
it could
just
be
saying.
his glasses. I'm pretty sure it's his glasses. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they put, I don't know, they locked him up somewhere. I don't know.
Because
Hopefully.
he murdered the roommate, so he could have grabbed an extra pair. You know what I mean? Like
Sure.
I feel like if you have glasses, you always have an extra pair.
No,
I mean,
it's
I
a
had contact
possibility.
glasses,
I'm pretty
but
sure they're his glasses though, because
yeah,
at least no one else that we physically saw in the movie had glasses.
yeah, no, I believe it's his. He probably got it from the thing because, like,
Hopefully.
so yeah, I'm like, if they don't, like, that's fucking stupid. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Uh, the first kill was the family. That was the most funniest kill. First of all, I was not the only person laughing in the theater, which is nice. For once, not to seem like I'm crazy. But so because you see, you know, Terrify Art is in the house and you see the little girl going down being like, Santa. And but this one she doesn't actually say Santa, I don't believe.
No,
Yeah. She just hides and he goes up the stairs and he goes to her parent. Well, she goes to her fucking brother's room, and he's like, "Fuck this kid!" Fucking chops up the brother, and I'm
yeah.
thinking, "Oh my god, they chopped up the kid already! Jesus Christ!" And I go, "Oh, but they're not showing it. Like, whatever." Uh, they do end up showing it though, and I'm like, "This, I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna love all this
Yep.
gore." I'm sorry, but as soon as you off a kid, you got me sold.
Yeah, because very few people do that, and it's like you got the balls to just straight up
Yeah.
kill a kid and show them like, okay, all right,
Dude, they said, you know what, we're gonna kill this kid and 5 million others, which was hilarious.
yeah,
The parents, like, the wife was fucking sleeping, right? They were just up a few minutes ago.
yeah,
And you're thinking this lady is like sleeping deep enough to not hear the crunching noise of her husband getting chopped up in the face with an axe. She was like, nah, I'm going to take a little nappy. And then I'm going to take a nappy. And then she finally wakes up and then runs off. And so the mother gets killed. And I totally thought they were going to let the little girl live. I was like,
nah.
he's going to forget about her. And just like in the last moment, you see the little girl, he waves at her, and then all you see is a bloody axe, which I think is funny that they don't show her death, but they make up for it. So no worries.
Yeah.
I have this, that death has to be, I don't know.
How
A
did
lot
he
of the
kill?
deaths got way better.
How did he kill that wife? Was it with the? It wasn't with the.
She went. she was trying to escape, like run out, and then he just got her in the axe.
Yeah, but I thought he had a saw. Or is that just
Oh
later?
wait, yeah. No. He had a saw later on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He had the saw later on because
I know
he uses
the bathroom thing. But yeah, I thought he killed her.
Where does he get the saw? Maybe he did kill her with a saw.
I thought like, it was like one of those. I think it was one of those like kitchen, like turkey.
Oh
things.
yes, the old school turkey things. Sadly,
yeah,
we
like
have
he went in
that.
and he just like held it in there for a minute. Like she got jacked up pretty hard.
I have to say, Art the Clown is an expert knife.
He's
what do you
a
call those
MacGyver.
people? I was gonna say, but what do you call those people in the like a Sam's Club or whatever that like test out the knife to go, hey, do you want this wasabi knife? Like it cuts like butter. Like we need Art the Clown to do that as some kind of representative for those turkey fucking cutters, because this man can cut through women with the dullest of fucking knives. Like bone. He's like, turkey cutter? Fuck that. Most people have problem cutting the turkey with these things. Me, no problem. You just need a little demon in you, you know?
Yeah.
It all works out in the end. But then he goes and they do like this flashback, I guess, of
when
him
how he got the outfit.
Yeah. Okay. And you see him killing the cop, and then he kills fucking Chris Jericho. Because
why
not? Because why not? Things are. He's just trying to get into the movie business. I don't know.
Kill him. Well, he didn't before he killed the cop. I think he killed the dude on the subway because Because before he had the mime outfit, he saw a dude dressed as a mime on the subway, killed him, took the outfit, then he killed the cop.
Yeah, because then he had the cop's face on or whatever.
Yeah, in the subway, and just straight up decapitated. I'm like, oh, all right.
Yeah, he's got super strength because that's when he goes and saves Victoria and her. I don't know. It was weird, but Victoria ends up back again as a happy couple. And then they go to the they go to the house, and there's this construction guys doing the whole look through.
Yeah.
And of course, the guy gets the short end of the straw. This scene had to be one of my favorite scenes when it comes to shock value, because my face the whole time was like, there's
a lot going on.
I was like, what is happening right now?
Yeah, because before all that, because it's flashbacks all over the place. But she killed herself. She slit her wrist in the bathtub. Arch just was up in the attic, sitting in a rocking chair in front of the window.
Yeah, with a bunch of cobwebs.
Yeah, and then it goes to whatever modern time they're at, and then one of the dudes goes upstairs, sees her in the bathtub. It's weird.
Oh yeah, because she's all rotted. The flashbacks were very confusing.
Yeah, that's why it was very nonsensical. But she got up because he went to check her, and then when she stabbed him right in the throat or something.
Oh. Yeah, she did.
Yeah, it was the one, and then the other one was went up. Saw Art sitting on the chair. I forgot how Art got him, but
Art goes and basically the guy. First of all, if you see a fucking human-sized clown in a rocking chair, the last thing you want to do is even go near the thing. He's like, hey, I'm going, hey, are you a clown? Are you alive? And I'm like, what the fuck? If that thing was alive, would you want it that close to your face? What are you doing, sir? He deserved to die. He was an idiot. So he goes to wave in front of Art, and then Art then goes after him, bites his finger off, and that's when things get sexual. We don't kink shame. But
Victoria comes out, sees him going ham on the construction dude.
Yeah,
and then she takes
literally ripping his fucking skull open.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. He's doing that. She has the piece of glass that she stabbed the other
yep,
construction worker with. She starts masturbating
yeah.
with the glass,
Like, what
and
the fuck?
I'm just like, bruh, it's like,
Dude,
what is happening right now?
there's only two situations where I literally had to hold my vajaj because I was like, what the fuck? And it's been all both Terrifiers. The one where he fucking chainsaw the girl from the Taco Tico up to the brain cavity. And
Yeah.
then you got this one where she's just masturbating with a piece of glass. And you're like, what the fuck's going on here? I was just like, what the fuck is happening?
And
Oh
it's
my
just,
god! So some sex toy shop has to make some money off of this. Like they got to make a glass look like glass, like vibrator or something,
yeah,
and just
I'll say it's funny because like when I did see it, there were like a few like older couples that were in the
yeah,
theater. I'm like, there's
they're
no
like,
fucking way that this isn't bothering you. It's like,
yeah, they're just sitting there like,
it's like, oh yeah, this is normal. Yeah, sure,
the
sure,
horror
sure.
movies aren't like what they're supposed to be, honey. Remember back in the days when the girls didn't masturbate at all with pieces of glass? We just saw titties and they just walked away. Like a set of boobs, they got stabbed and you never saw them again because they're sinners and they had premarital sex. Do you remember that? Yeah, it was that was a lot. I was like, oh, this is okay. First of all, you killed a kid. Now I gotta watch fucking Victoria masturbate with glass. I go, okay, we're off to like a good start here.
Yeah.
And then they kept one up in the kills. It was like, and then he goes to the bar. And you got fucking
Oh,
Daniel Roebuck, you got Clint Howard, like
I forgot
what
about the
the
bar. That one, oh
yeah.
yeah, because he used
The
the nitrous.
nitrous.
Yeah, he
Yep.
used the fucking nitrous. Yeah, oh, that's how he got the Santa Claus outfit. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I think he
he
runs
shot.
into Tom Savini before he gets to the bar too.
Yeah. Wait,
And I
what?
was like, dude, they just fucking did like 1 day shot. They're like, guys, we have enough money for all of you guys to come in
What?
here.
Where was Tom Savini? Which one was that
He
one?
literally just runs into him on the way to the bar.
Oh, he didn't kill him?
No, he just was like one of those like Marvel Universe situations where
Oh,
you
he's
just
like,
see
oh,
him
hi.
and then he leaves.
Goodbye. I'm like, here you go.
Yeah.
Here's $100. Thank you.
I was like, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, you
Yeah.
know, easy money. What you got to do? But then he goes and he sees, you know, fucking Mr. Howard and Santa Claus there, and they're having fun because they're drunk. But then fucking Art pisses on him,
Yeah, he just,
and he sits on his lap and pisses on him, and he's like, oh fuck this guy. So then he yeah, because
yeah,
he pisses on him, and then Art just fucking digs into his bag and like shoots with
yeah,
the
he pulls out a
bartender
gun.
first.
Yeah, he just pulls out a gun and point blank just shoots one of the dudes in the head. I'm like, oh damn. He doesn't
Yeah.
usually use a gun.
Like, yeah, Art got lazy. It was like, fuck this. But I mean, he makes it up because then he shoots.
Yeah, because what I thought about that is the same way I felt when Ghostface killed one of the dudes in the convenience store. And
oh yeah.
it's like normally it wouldn't like bother you, but when it's like a killer that doesn't normally use guns and they use
You're
guns,
just like, what the fuck?
it adds like an extra layer of threatening to it.
Yeah.
It's like he uses knives. Why is he using a shotgun? I don't like that.
That's a whole nother level too.
Yeah, and then because that's the thing with like Art. Like he usually just uses like blades or whatever bullshit he can find. Yeah, he just pulls out a pistol, point, and just shoots him right in the head. I'm like, oh fuck.
Don't give Art the Clown the gun. I'm just saying that he fucking so that part I like because he ties up Santa Claus. And of course he's like, let me go. I'm gonna remember we're cool. I'm Santa Claus. And I'm like, dude, let's yeah, I was like, you could say anything. I don't think this fucking guy gives a shit. Because here we go. And he fucking ends up with the nitrous. Oh my god. He fucking nitruses the dude's hand and his leg. And then he fucking does his face. I was like, oh my god. It was like so painful.
Yeah, he's smacking him with like a hammer.
Yeah, that one was more like, oh, like you could feel like it hurts.
Yeah, because it just kept going. It just prolonged it instead of being
like,
quick.
It was bad. It was bad. It was so good. Because then, like, it literally was one up. Because then after that is the mall scene, which is my favorite scene. Because I called it. And my friend goes, no, they're not. And I go, he's going to fucking kill these kids.
Yeah,
and my friend's like, no, he's not. I'm like, yeah, he is.
He did it. It's like, he just straight up fucking blew up. He just blew up.
I didn't think he was going to bomb the place, but like, when the fucking kids got all the toys, and I was like,
that's nice.
I don't know about this. And I was like, oh, maybe he got like anthrax or something on the toys. But instead they just all fucking blew up. And the parents weren't even paying attention. They're on their cell phones. There's a weird fucking dirty clown. Like, I mean, what the fuck? But yeah, so you see kid body parts everywhere. And like, so like throughout the whole time you got the college situation where you see like fucking Sienna and Elliot like having weird reactions, which was also weird. He's like, God, I like moved past and now I'm in college. But he's still a nerd. And he's like this is weird. Just the storyline in general is weird, but you get like the podcaster girl that's like, oh my God, I can't wait to see, actually look at him in his eyes and see what I see. I'm like, bitch, you deserve every bit of what you're about to get. The boyfriend did not. That poor man. Yeah, he should have dumped her.
Yeah.
Like, but the funniest scene though that I kept laughing at was the part where she was talking about Art the Clown, and Art the Clown was in the hallway. And she was like, I'd fuck him. And he's like, ugh. And then she goes, you don't want to fuck that guy. She goes, you're right, baby. I want to have sex with you. And he's like, meh. I was like, this is fucking hilarious. But that scene was just brutal.
It was good.
Because
it was a good scene.
What I like about that scene is everyone always talks about Art the Clown and how he just cut, that bee in half from vag to head with the chainsaw. So finally, a guy gets to experience getting ass rammed by a chainsaw.
Yeah.
I mean, he
pretty gnarly.
He fucking gets the kid in the goddamn legs, and then now he's like shoving a chainsaw up his ass, and then he just cuts him down the middle. I'm like, fuck, he got split in two, like literally got split in two.
Yeah.
And then he saved the best for last because he beats the shit out of that girl. Like, she is fucking skull exposed, shit's hanging, fucking jaw gone. And he like takes off his glasses and like makes sure that she sees into his eyes. Like, that was an excellent kill scene. Chef's kiss. It was so good. And then like, it was weird. It was almost like it was regular Terrifier, and then it went back to the storyline because
that's what I'm saying. It just kept jumping all over the place. I'm like what are they trying to tell us? Like, what is the story? Yeah. It's like they just like shoehorn. It's like they just shoehorned a Christmas Terrifier movie just for the hell of it, and it's like
which I mean, you don't even have to go back to the storyline. Like, they could have just did that and then did another one that's deep storyline, kind of like Squid Games did. Spoiler alert, sorry guys. Like Squid Games did more of a background. And they could have did that, but instead they were like, no. So now she's rushing to her fucking aunts and uncles, and you like, her uncle's already tied up with his fucking stomach out. That whole scene was fucking funny too, because he bitch slaps her.
Oh, that was my favorite. That was my favorite thing in the whole movie. Sienna's tied up while he
Yeah.
he killed her stepbrother or whatever the fuck they were, and all
Yeah.
that. And yeah, she's tied up. She's trying to save her niece, and then
Well,
every
her
time
aunt.
he starts fucking with her, he goes behind her,
Yeah.
gets whatever, comes back, smacks her in the back of the head. I'm like, it is the funniest shit. He did it
It
like 3
was
or
so
4
funny.
times, and it felt so natural that he's
Yeah,
just like toying with her, just like
it almost felt like he was toying with her real life. Like she didn't like think that he was gonna do that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't feel like
Yeah.
that was part of it. He was just doing that just to get a reaction out of her.
I was like,
Especially-
that was fucking funny shit. I was like laughing my ass off. And then the ant getting murdered scene with the fucking rat.
Oh yeah. You know,
Fuck
it was
the
like,
rat inside the. I don't mind the whole rat thing. So I'm trying to think of what show it was. I want to say it was.
Too Fast, Too Furious did that.
Did they?
Well, not like that, but it was the same concept. Like they put rats on a dude's stomach, and then
Oh
would heat it up.
and then
It would
ate
heat it
through.
up.
I feel like that's in a lot. The
It
whole
might be that.
bottle in the mouth thing I've only seen in shit. I'm drawing a blank. It's a
They did it in
TV
Black
show.
Christmas.
They did do it in Black
Sorority
Christmas.
Row. They did it in Sorority Row.
Yeah, they
The
did.
remake. Yeah, when she went to talk to her, to sleep with her psychiatrist, and then
That's right.
she was an alcoholic. Put the beer bottle and just
Fear
slammed it
Street.
down.
Fear Street was the TV show I was thinking about because the barista got the whole fucking glass in his throat, and then the killer poured like coffee down his gullet.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
not Fear Street. Slasher.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think it was.
Like it was.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it was like I think it was the 3rd season. Yeah, the fucking the barista.
That one. Oh, with the hot fucking coffee.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I'd rather get murdered with hot coffee getting shoved down my throat than a rat because I almost feel like it would burn, but like kind of feel nice. I don't know. That's just me. But like the aunt dies, and the whole time you think like the little cousin got murdered, but then he's like, "Oh no, it's Jonathan the whole time. Look at I put glasses on him. Look, it's Jonathan." And I'm like, "That's not Jonathan." Then they have the fight scene where he fucking shoves her face in her uncle's guts. It's like it was so weird. Oh yeah, and then you got fucking like you got his girlfriend fucking Victoria. Now she's got like this weird like ghostly voice. And she's like interacting, but it was very Robin and Batman kind of like they were doing something and then she was interacting in another way. So she's got the cousin, and then all of a sudden this fucking hole in the floor breaks, and they go down. They go down the hole. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, that's kind of how it ends. It's like,
what is that hole?
Trying to save her niece, and then the sword goes down the hole, and then the niece goes down the hole. Like, where is it? Is that hell? Like what is this? They never really like fully explained what it is. You just kind of assume it's hell, and then the hole closes up, and then it's like now her niece is there. So like, what's up? Like,
yeah,
I don't.
Doing? Yeah,
her niece is like, her niece is in hell. Jonathan's either dead or not. We don't really have a straight answer on that one.
Victoria's in hell with her though, so
yeah, he could already be down there too.
And then Sienna just falls. She's like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go save her." And Art just gets back on the bus, which is like, wouldn't you? Like, he's just so unbothered about the whole situation. He's like, I'm going to go on the bus. I'm leaving you girls. You guys take care of yourself. Like, it was very weird. See, a part of me wants to give this 4 stabbies because I love the kill scenes.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But the storyline is I got to take the 1 stabby away because it's like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Yeah, like, figure it out.
That's why I would give it a 3 because it's like
Yeah.
I still enjoyed it. It's just like for how much I liked 2 and what 2
Yeah.
did. Like 2 took what they because like Terrifier was already made for like $20 based off of
Yeah.
a short from another anthology thing, and
Yep.
it was trash. It's meant to be trash. It's like Evil Dead was trash. And then
Yeah.
they made Terrifier 2, got a slightly bigger budget, but he went balls to the wall with it. It was a
Yeah.
theatrical release. It started making a following. It's like, wow, this is a really cool movie. And it's kind of telling like a pseudo kind of demon possessed, but this Valkyrie kind of comic book type thing. I'm like, I don't know what this is, but this is kind of cool. And then you make
Yeah.
3, and we're just like throwing all that away. It's just like,
Yeah.
but why? You just made her up to be this badass, and she's like it's I don't it's weird because we
He's in a
haven't
mental
had
hospital
something.
too.
Well, yeah, but when you look at just art in general, art or in Sienna, we haven't had something on how quick art's becoming an icon since like
Yeah.
Ghostface, like
Yeah.
nothing. And it's like, and then Sienna on the same kind of level as Sydney. It's just like, wow,
Yeah.
she's very capable. She's a badass, and she's a badass in real life because she's like a mixed, like an MMA fighter.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
And
not
they like
MMA, but I know she does like a bunch of like
something.
martial arts and stuff.
I mean,
But
she's fucking built like it. But
yeah,
like
and it's like, but they just like I said, they kind of like neutered her in this movie. I'm
yeah,
like,
they
well,
did.
what happened? You like set her up to be such a badass. I'm like, use it. Like she's supposed to be the anti-art. It's like,
Yeah.
why are we doing
Now
that?
she's like, I just have trauma, and now I like to wear sweaters, and
Yeah, and it's
the
like,
the
come on.
someone had a thing where it's like art, the ending explained, and I didn't even bother looking at it just because I wanna hear what other people had to say too. So,
Yeah, it's
if
like,
you guys have any input to assist us in what the hell is going on with Terrifier 3,
yeah, it's like,
feel free to join our Patreon.
yeah, like it's a
The link is
3,
down
like
there.
it's still fun. Like the kills are still good.
Yeah,
But it's like I
you
still
almost
want,
got it, guys.
yeah, I still want a sense like a story, even if it is meant to be just gore for the sake of gore. It's like 2 had everything. It's like 2
Yeah.
is perfect. So just do
Yeah,
that
it was
again.
weird that it's just so weird that they would go balls to the wall on this like random comic book superhero thing and then go,
Yeah, they just
never mind.
yeah, they tone it back. Because
Which
like
is
in 2, it's like she's literally like after they do
in
the
an,
whole fucking thing with the weird like TV show, like
yeah.
nightmare thing, and then she's inside this like cylinder drowning while she's already summoned her Valkyrie suit, breaks out of that shit,
Like
goes
a
and
fucking superhero.
yes, she breaks out of it, goes with her brother, and they beat the ever loving shit out of Art. It's
Which is
just like
how it should be.
yeah, and then like obviously he doesn't die because demon, whatever, that's
Yeah.
fine. It's
Because
like
demon.
it's like do it again. They're like, I want to see that again. Like just have it be like the whole freaking Michael Myers thing where he's dead,
Yeah.
but he's not. He's back again. I'm like, all right, rinse and repeat. It's
Yeah, they don't it was really weird. I'm interested to see how I'm hoping in some way this makes sense.
yeah,
You know what I
maybe.
mean? I'm gonna just quote Squid Games again. I just finished binging that, by the way, so I'm all about the Squid Games. But that's what they did, and everyone kept complaining about it. Is they like left it on like a big like what the fuck? Like it was like halfway done, and I go,
Yeah.
yeah, but everyone's doing that part 2 thing. You know, like they got to keep you wanting, even though it pisses you off. It's pisses you off, but you're gonna still come and spend the money.
Yeah,
You know what I
of
mean?
course. I
And
think
that's
it's
just
just
like,
I think it's just how they do it.
yeah, it's just
I'm not, like I like a more like ambiguous ending because it's nice when it's open. It's like, hey, I can see where they could push this and make it into a thing, but if they
yeah,
don't, all right, cool. Because it kind of sucks. Because like I'm sure Squid Games will get a part 3, but say it
oh yeah,
didn't. Say it didn't, and it does leave on that type of cliffhanger.
yeah. I mean,
It taints the entire show. And like I've
yeah.
seen it happen. Like it happened with Veronica Mars when that was originally on
Oh,
TV.
I was gonna say, like, I could see him doing that and then doing a movie.
Yeah, which a lot of times they do end up doing. Like they get like a tie-up movie if the stuff does get canceled. Isn't that cool? But it's like just
Yeah.
leave it kind of like open-ended. It's like, all right, see what you're doing. But
It's like the
don't.
remakes.
It's like what they're doing with Stranger Things right now. Like since we'll probably never get season 5 at this rate.
Yeah.
It seems like it's
We don't like change. Stop it. Stop making that happen. You son of a bitches. So yeah, sorry, Terrifier. I really did want to give you a 5, but it was the storyline. It confused me, and my theory is that Terrifier is her dad, and that Jonathan is in hell with Art and his family or something. I don't even know.
I'm trying to see what the niece's name was.
Jessica.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Jessica. I mean,
Jonathan and Jessica. And
yeah. And fucking Jessica is just like, I don't know. Jessica seemed very not bothered as much as I would expect a 9-year-old girl to be bothered by.
Super normal in the family, trauma and hell. It's whatever.
They're like, we're used to this. So we're going to review our next movie, which is... Oh my God, stop it. I'm done. Whatever. We don't need the review. It's the Substance.
And the previous
so I know. I'm trying to find it. It's because I got my what happened to my video? Oh, here. I got it now. I got it. Oh, so it's because my my streaming thing was like, not today, bitch. It took me forever to get this, by the way.
What?
I wanted to see it in theaters so bad, but yeah, I didn't have time to fucking do nothing.
Well, I missed my chance. Like I'm pretty sure we only had it maybe 2 weeks tops.
No, like yeah, maybe. It was really quick too. It was really quick because I was like, "What the fuck? I'm like, what's happening here?"
And like, what's funny? Like I know who made it, and it's like, oh, I was like, I know what type of movies they make, and then because they made Revenge, and like Revenge,
yeah,
like it was probably one of my favorite movies. Period. But like when I watched Substance, I didn't really know it was body horror like at all. Until I heard people was like, "Oh, it's super disgusting." I'm like, "What? It's got Demi Moore in it. It can't be that bad."
Yeah, it can't be that. It can't be that like gross. Demi Moore is in the movie.
Like, yeah, and then I watched it. Like I didn't really know anything about it. I just wanted to kind of keep it that way. Like I watched the trailer and the aesthetic, I already liked. So I just love the aesthetic. I'm like, okay, I'll watch it for this. And I haven't seen Demi Moore in like a hot minute.
Right.
And then I watched it, and it's like the first half of it. It's like the buildup was like perfect. Like how they did it, because even watching the trailer, it's the exact same build-up in the movie. It's like it's and like the whole like thing with Dennis Quaid, like where they're really like honing in.
Oh my God, this fucking scene killed me. The shrimp.
It's like, exactly, because it's building up like the tension, because like it's a nothing burger, but it's like it still makes you uncomfortable, and it's like you don't know why. It's like. This makes me like just watching him chew, and like they're really like upping the sound effects on him chewing. I'm like, I don't like this.
Yeah,
and it's like it's slowly building the uncomfortableness of it, and they just did that.
The thing I loved about this movie was a lot of the like little Easter eggs from classic horror movies.
Yeah,
like so many Easter eggs, but I honestly had no idea what I was going to walk into when it came to this movie. Mm-hmm. I knew because of Halloween, and it came out during Halloween, and you had like, I want to say I saw like 5 people dress like a character from the movie. And it was like the end character with the fucking Demi Moore face. And I was like, I don't understand. Like, I don't get it. So I went in this totally blind. And when I was watching it, I was like, okay, like, I didn't understand who the other character was. I thought it was gonna be like them, almost like War of Roses. You know what I mean? Like they were to kill each other in some fucked up way. But
Yeah.
Demi Moore is going through what every famous person goes through, and it's that like fucking, you're getting too old, and now we need a younger you. And Dennis Quaid's character is a dick, like,
Mhm.
and he is like the grossest human being. So like this whole movie, if you're any kind of woman, you've had so much experience with that whole mirror scene. I have ADHD, and like if you have ADHD, you realize you have moments when like you have to do your hair, or like a piece of clothing doesn't fit right, and you
Yeah.
literally have a mental breakdown because you don't feel like you look good, and you're just like, like fucking Demi Moore's like rubbing her face and shit and going crazy because the whole thing is like was it it's still you. You're being your younger self, a better self, but as long as you love your younger self, you will in turn love yourself. Like I get it. It had like the meaning, and plus,
Uh-huh.
women have such a high standards with everything, especially when it comes to age. And it's just so funny because then they show like Dennis Quaid's character is this big wig, and nothing's happening to him, but he's like the worst human, and he's gross. He's like fucking touching shrimp, and it's all over the fucking place. But like no one is saying anything to him, and like nothing's wrong with Demi Moore. It was so funny though, because Demi Moore, I love her for like being like, I used to care about the way I look, but like I don't hold myself to like these crazy standards anymore, yada yada
Mhm.
yada, which is great. Um, but it's just so funny because even so, Demi Moore being naked at her age, I mean, I wish that I'm gonna look like that at that fucking age. Like, come on. Like she goes, like I got a little bit of sag. How old am I? I'm like, sorry, Demi Moore, but like you're still fucking gorgeous. Like, stop it. Um, I thought it was really fucking cool that they had oh my god, what's her name?
Margaret Qualley.
Margaret, yeah, her mom. I'm
Mm.
like, I was a 90s kid, so like I grew up watching movies that her mom was in. So
It's funny because it never dawned on me that Andy McDowell is her mom. And then once I figured it out, I was like, oh shit, I could see it in her mouth. Like that's
yes,
her
like
mom. Like
her fucking
it's like,
eyebrows, like that
yeah,
is
it's
her
like,
fucking twin. If you want to have the substance, you should have had fucking Andy
yeah.
McDowell
It's
in
like,
there, and that's insane.
I never,
Like,
because I've been watching her for a minute. It's like I never realized that was her mom.
yeah, that
And it
I
was like,
didn't realize that either. Like when I first saw her, I was like, she looks familiar, and then I started
yeah,
googling it. It's the eyebrows and the mouth for sure. I was like, what the fuck? Because Andy McDowell was just in something because she has her whole gray curly hair. Like, I love her. She's amazing.
yeah, yeah. I think she was in some like I don't know if it was like a rom com that just came out recently, but she was in something.
Yeah, she was. I'm like, I can't think about she. I can't think of it, but she was in something like nerdy. Because if
Yeah,
I'm watching it, it was nerdy. Uh, I'm like, bottom line, it was nerdy. But like, so like I didn't expect the birthing of her younger self to be what it was, because she shoots herself up, and then you see like the fucking two eyes going, and they
yeah.
say like, hey, 7 days, you gotta switch. And like the whole movie, I was like, what the fuck? Like, how are they gonna do this? The coming out of her back, and then her
Yeah.
younger self just fucking sewing her shit up. I was
Yeah.
like, what?
No, that's what I said. It's like it was the weird transition because like the first half of the movie, because like I said, the beginning you see the Dennis Quaid thing, and it's like
Yeah,
the weird. It's gets under your skin. It's like that makes me uncomfortable. And then you're
yeah,
watching it, and the whole beauty thing comes in. She doesn't feel beautiful, and then like it's just a bunch of like nudity on top of
yeah.
nudity and all
Oh
this, and
yeah, a
like
lot of
really like
nudity.
straight halfway, like after she takes the substance and the birthing out of the back, it just
Oh,
completely switches.
They're
And it's
like
like, what the
naked
fuck?
throughout most of this fucking movie,
Yeah,
which
and
fine.
it
Like,
yeah, and then they switch, and yeah, they're supposed to switch like every couple days, and
yeah.
obviously that doesn't happen. If they don't, then the other body's gonna start breaking down, and it's just like
Well,
it's
oh shit, I totally forgot. Yeah, because this whole thing started because of her job. She
uh-huh.
basically gets fired in like a ghosting way.
Yeah,
And then she yeah, because then she goes to the bathroom. So the women's bathroom was out of order, and then she went to the guys' bathroom. Dennis Quaid was there being like, we need someone younger and hotter, more popular. And then she went driving, thinking about it, and got in a car accident, which I think is insane that she went in this horrible car accident and came out a-okay.
yeah.
Uh, and she was just in like a doctor's office. I go, I
Well,
don't know. Maybe things are
the
different with famous
at
people.
the point at the beginning too, she went to look at her star on the
Oh
walk of
yeah.
that was kind of
Yeah.
like a
The crack
foreshadowing.
and
Yeah,
yeah.
it was like a foreshadowing thing.
I was like, I liked that part. The whole creepy nurse guy thing. I was like, oh, this is like a, blue pill, red pill kind of situation. I get it.
Yeah.
Then they had the commercial, whatnot. But when she gives birth to herself, um, it was funny because I knew exactly what she was gonna do. Obviously, she's gonna try to get hired at her own job again.
Yeah.
And she does because it's her, like, how perfect. But she's like the younger, cockier version of herself. So it's almost like a mother-daughter relationship. Because then, like, fucking, you have Demi Moore who's like eating so much fucking food and being a slob just to be a dick because her younger version is like having parties and throwing all her fucking shit out or like packing it up and calling
Yeah.
it junk. Like, and then shit hits the fan when she gets like into her head. And then she's like, I'm going to go out with the crew. So I'm just going to take a little bit more of that spinal fluid. It'll be fine. And then fucking Demi Moore wakes up with that witch finger.
Yeah.
And I love that she calls the fucking place and is like, there is a problem. And they're like, there is no problem. You are one. I know.
Yeah.
I know. Oh my, your cat's like, all I see is the head,
Yeah.
like, listen here, bitch.
He's meowing right in my face.
Yeah. Do you have any input about this movie? He's like, I loved it. But yeah, I was like, what the fuck? I go, okay, so they're arguing, and then she's got the witch finger, and she's being a Karen, being like, I want to return, blah, blah, blah. And the guy's like, you gotta realize you're each other. You are the same person.
Yeah.
And it's like, when she's her younger self, she's just cockier, and she doesn't love herself, basically. Is the whole moral of the story is like self-love. Because if you don't love yourself, how the hell are you gonna love anyone else? And it's true, because it's like she can't love her younger self, and then it goes through this weird there's the ghost again. It goes through this weird transition where they're both fighting, but then the younger self gets that like New Year's Eve episode.
Yeah.
And then while she's doing that, she decides to take more spinal fluid because she's totally disgusted by Demi Moore. Because Demi Moore fucking, she opens up her going away present from the fucking studio, and it's a cookbook, and she fucking cooks everything in it, eats it, and then leaves it out for what's her name to pick up. So she's like, fuck you. I'm actually not going to switch over ever, and fucking pumps that bitch out of all her spinal fluid, which is insane. So then when Demi Moore wakes up, she's got the, you know what she reminds me of? She reminds me of the part in It 2 where the girl goes to the old lady's house, and then she's like this giant old lady with saggy titties, and she's like walking across the room. That's exactly what it looked like. A cross between that and the girl from Barbarian, the breastfeeder. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to look at this anymore. And she's like, what the fuck? So at this point, yeah, she wants to kill the bitch. So she goes ahead and he's like, hey, if you do this, everything will go back to normal. But you can't do this ever again. Like, you got to stay yourself. And she's like, fuck it. I don't care. Like, I thought that was it.
Yeah.
I thought that was the end of the deal. And Demi Moore goes to get the shit, and then she shoots her in the fucking chest, and she's almost done pumping, and she sees that sign, and then all of a sudden she snaps, and she does exactly what she was supposed to do in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Is just support and love her younger self, and she didn't. It was too late, because that bitch woke up, and she was like, fuck this old broad, and just beat the living shit out of her.
No.
But then,
like because her teeth were falling out. Her teeth were starting to fall out. And then so
like,
she
fucking karma.
Yeah, and then she took the substance.
Oh, dude, that like the whole process of like she kills her older self, and then but because she's young and immature, she doesn't give a shit. She's like, I'm gonna go to my fucking show. Like, I don't care. But then her fucking teeth start falling out. And then she realizes, like, fuck, I did need her. Like she was just trying to protect me because I was just fucking around. But then she takes the substance. That scene was the funniest shit I've ever seen. So after she fucking rebirths into this, like, blob, which I guess she couldn't. And that thing was weird because it had like Demi Moore's face in the back, and she's like, ah. So like they have merged into this like blob like
some grotesque monster.
Yeah. And then what I enjoy is her putting on the dress still and then covering up Demi Moore's face with her like fucking like she's gonna fool somebody, cuts out Demi Moore's face, super glues it to her head, and then puts lipstick on top of it. Always got to make sure you look pretty, even if you're using a photo as skin. But the part that I enjoyed is when she tried to curl her one and only hair, and then it fucking burns, and she just looks at it, and then she grabs the earrings and just fucking sticks it in her skull, like, okay. And she just goes in to the fucking... This whole scene was like super weird because I'm like, you guys didn't know that she was a deformed creature until the fucking huge Demi Moore painting face came off. Like, shut up. Because that's when everyone called her monster, and another foreshadowing of like, you know, how people react to women who have anything, like are just aged or whatever, just like, you're gross, and people are just freaking the fuck out. And then her fucking arm gets cut off, and she's just fucking spraying everybody with blood. They're fucking slipping everywhere. That scene was hilarious. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And she's like, guys, it's me. It's me, guys. I'm not, it's just me. I'm not a monster. Like, a monster. You see people fucking, like, and she's doing nothing. They're all killing themselves because they're freaking out for no reason, technically. And then you get the scene where she just, like, slowly walks away from this night that's supposed to be, like, the best night of her life, and she's
just falling
slowly
apart.
Melts.
Yeah.
And then you get Demi Moore's face is just sliding to the fucking star. Yeah, and then just melts into the star.
Yeah, and then because at the beginning you see the star and you see someone cleaning the star, and then at the end, like her face melts on the star, and then it cuts to someone cleaning the star again. I'm like, damn.
So, they're like, you're done. Like, you got you aged. We got rid of you. Okay, have a good day. This was like such a good fucking movie. I mean, everything about it was excellent. I'm giving it a full 5. If I could, I'd give it a 10.
Yeah, I'd give it a 5. I immediately put that on my like body horror like triple feature because now it's not a triple feature anymore. Yeah, like watch that. Like if you want to have like a really bad day, it's like you watch
my
that
God.
climax with Suspiria. It's just
I just actually I went back and I looked at the Suspiria.
Yeah,
So
specifically
like
the
one
remake.
kill scene.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah, like
I was
specifically the
like,
remake, because it's like what's cool about that one over the original is that it's so fucking long.
yes.
It's like pushing like 2 hours, like almost 3 hours of very very uncomfortable body horror, and
Oh,
like
the
all
dance
like
scene
the
kills me.
yeah, and like the not really torture, but like the
It is
scenes they
like torture.
do, they're so prolonged, and it's like that's why I like this.
You're like, it's gonna keep on going.
Yeah, and it's
That's
like
I actually just recently, speaking of body horror, I just recommended to a coworker. I was like, you should really watch. I don't know how it came up, but I was like, you should really watch the special. And I go, I feel like that's a movie you would watch and be like, oh fuck, oh no, oh no, oh no, the whole time. And my friend's like, oh god, yeah, watch it. She sent me her reactions.
yeah.
I almost want her. She saved them, so I think I'm gonna have her send them to me, and I'm gonna do a montage and post it on our Patreon because it is so fucking funny. If no one knows what the special is, it is literally a movie about a dude who gets brought to this brothel, and his friend's like, dude, you're gonna have the best like fucking blow job ever. And he goes in and it's just a fucking box with a hole in it. So he puts his dick in a box, and then he has an outer body experience, but he likes it so much he goes ape shit, steals the fucking box, takes it to a hotel room, and then it is nonstop like, oh my god scenes. Because this man is banging the box and just so gross. Everything is so moist and gross. The whole fucking movie. Have you seen it, right?
I'm not sure.
Oh my god, you gotta
I'm gonna
see
look it up really quick.
It's called The Special. It is, I don't even remember how it was when I still do like horror movie nights on my Discord, but we were looking for movies and I was like, oh, The Special, like let me watch this. Because I love picking out gross movies to like scare people.
Yeah.
This was definitely one. It was
I don't
disgusting.
know if I have seen this one.
Oh my god, you gotta watch it.
Yeah, I'll check it out. I'll watch it at work.
I was like, you gotta watch it and then record a reaction so you can put that on Patreon because you're gonna be like, what the flying fuck? I'm not gonna give it away, but the ending is just like fucking mind blown.
Oh, there's an after credit scene too.
Is there really? Oh my god.
That's what it says on IMDb under trivia.
Wait, did I see it? Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up after this. But yeah.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
We'll do our bad reviews. Which, by the way, on IMDb, which this is where we get the reviews.
Yeah.
Terrifier scored 6.4 stars, which now I'm starting to think it's probably a story because 7.4 is the Substance. I don't think we're gonna have a lot of. Oh no, we got 20.
There's always
there's
haters.
a bunch of.
There's always haters.
Well,
I'm sure if you looked up Shawshank Redemption, you're gonna find haters.
Oh my god, yeah. Well, I can't believe they killed kids. I mean, I swear to God, if I see another fucking bad review because they did have cigarette smoke, so maybe we won't get that many. There's cigarette smoking in there, and I don't like that. So I'm gonna give this movie a bad review. I'm like, shut up. Seriously? Because they had smoking? That's your complaint?
Yeah. Can't have that.
Yeah. Those are dirty. They told me in Dare that cigarettes are bad. They're featured. No, we want the worst review rating.
Yeah, let's see.
No, we want
Here, I got one. I
the
got one
one
that talks about.
star.
I got one
Oh
discussing
God.
inhumane and meaningless.
Oh, nice. Wait, we're doing Terrifier first, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want me to read that
Okay,
one?
you could go. You could do that one.
All right. Where's the user? I don't even know. It's just letters. KDINH. Whatever. They said disgusting,
Yeah.
inhumane, meaningless. It is a terrible and completely sick. I'm a horror/thriller fan, but this movie is unacceptable to be released at a theater. Not only it's disgusting, but the involvement of killing kids and extreme torture
What?
scenes in the movie should be more than PG-18. So they're probably European.
Yeah.
I don't know why this movie got audiences. Don't get me wrong. I watch a lot of slasher movie, e.g., Saw, Hostel, whatever. But this movie basically promotes sickening killing activities and especially killing bunches of children, all caps. This should be banned at a theater or at least put age restriction to be over 18. I mean, it is.
I mean,
It
yeah.
says
I was like,
even if it's in a different country, it still says PG-18. Whatever.
yeah.
I
They
just
didn't
can't
read.
believe.
They didn't read that far into it.
Yeah, I just can't believe what I saw. I watched Terrifier 1 and 2 at home, then went to the cinema to see the third one. This movie is completely nonsense, meaningless, and again, only killing and blood. Don't waste your money,
Well,
all caps.
I love when
38
horror
38
fans
pounder
complain
helpful.
about blood.
Yeah.
I was like, it's a fucking horror movie, or like, I mean, it supports killing, but I watched all the other Terrifier movies, so it was okay when he was ripping the limbs off of a woman and her face.
The second movie where he's skinning her alive.
Literally, that's okay though. It's it's when we blow up the kids that's the issue.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I was like, that was fucking funny.
He just casually goes into a mall and blows up a bunch of kids like it's nothing.
And no one questions him. They just all let him do it.
It's a bit strange. Like, this is a very awkward mime walking around. And we're just, don't question him. It's whatever. It's casual.
Oh my God. Oh yes. Oh my God. I love it. There's just so many to pick. I love these. These are like the best 1 stars ever. So this one's from Sprite and Movies 1901.
Hell yeah.
I had to clear my throat because this is going to be a good one. The title's called Super Gory and Disturbing. No.
Wait, did I just
shut
that one?
Up?
Yeah, there it is.
The Terrifier is super gory and just I am shocked. In all caps, do not watch this if you don't like gore. Yeah, no fucking shit, bro. I mean, I think like after the second film, we got the memo. I'm a huge horror movie fan, but the violence, blood, and death in the movie is on another level. I saw another 2 movies in this franchise, but the third kicks it up where I couldn't even stay in the theater and left. Like,
what a bitch.
What I want to say that
I'm pretty sure
the second one was gorier.
That's what I say. Besides the chainsaw scene, I would say the skinning the girl alive is by far one of the worst scenes I have seen in a horror movie, and I don't know how long. Yeah. It's the fact that she was alive the whole time, which I still kind of call bullshit that she didn't pass out.
Oh my God. Yeah. I think that's like the funny part of it is that it's like the bitch would have been dead for shock. Like, she's not, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's the fact that he beat the shit out of her. He skinned her alive. He killed her mother when she came up there. I'm like, holy fucking shit. Like, how much more can you do to a single person?
Hey, we have limitations, okay? Because no one is having any issue with the poor kid that got a chainsaw up his anus. Like, that we're cool with. Like,
because he's not a kid. You're missing the point.
Hey, you know what? College debt is a thing, and there's a way to get rid of it. And let me tell you, Art the Clown. Chainsaw up the butt. College debt, done. You don't have to deal with it.
It's
That's
passed on to your parents. Congratulations.
yeah. Thank you, Mom and Dad. That's all they continue to say, I thought I couldn't handle it, but it is disturbing to say the least. I mean, in the first hour, a woman is masturbating with a kitchen knife while watching Art the Clown torture someone. First of all, bitch, it was glass, not a kitchen knife. If you're gonna make a complaint, make sure it's correct. Okay?
Yeah.
Maybe if she knew it was glass, she wouldn't have an issue with the masturbation.
Yeah. Glass is usually
Possibly.
okay.
Yeah, she's like, oh, glass. Never mind. I am for spooks and thrills, but not for encouragement to get off on violence.
That's right there. That you don't even have to read the rest. That's the takeaway right there.
You've never been to a dungeon, my man.
Not for encouragement to get off to violence.
Yeah, it's called BDSM, lady. No, I was like, what the fuck? It was also disturbing to see the amount of people donning Art the Clown outfits. He's not a hero or someone to look up to. Again, do not watch if death, gore, or violence is harming of children makes you uncomfortable. Wait,
so clearly they haven't seen Scream 2.
Yeah, I mean, clearly,
there's a massacre in a town, and then they make a fucking movie about this girl being terrorized, and everyone's fucking wearing ghost face things in a theater.
Yeah.
It's just like,
I mean, like, did you not? I mean, I guess this would be like the first experience in a theater from this movie, but also, like, that these are meant to be as gory as that's like the theme of Art the Clown. And if you've seen 1 and 2,
that's like going to a Saw movie and they complain about torture porn.
Yeah, there was someone. I love that line though. You cannot. You know what it gives me? It gives me oh god, it gives me low down dirty shame and crybaby vibes. Like, I just imagine the old 50s neighbor lady with a beehive being like, there's gore in there. You can't watch those movies, kids. Like, yeah, I think we got the memo. We'll do 1 more of each for Terrifier, and then we'll do 2 for the Substance.
Okay. Oh, here's one. So this one's from... Here, let me boot over here so I'm looking at the camera. This one's from Peter Gogola. It's like, sick movie created by someone who should be in the ward locked up. And it's like, the practical effects in this film are certainly impressive, as they should be. But have we really truly become so desensitized that we derive enjoyment from witnessing violence, even towards children? I enjoy good horror movies, but this does not reflect the true art of horror. I don't know if that was meant to be a pun, but it could be.
Yeah.
It merely showcases depravity. I honestly believe that the creator of this franchise could benefit from a psychological evaluation. In general, it's a tedious and disappointing film that seems to gain popularity solely due to our unsettling fascination with violence on screen. I would strongly recommend against watching this film, as it is likely to leave a decent person feeling uncomfortable and nauseated. 30 found that helpful.
I will say a plus to him for doing a funny pun in the middle of a complaint. The art of horror. Also, like, this is not the first time children have died in movies.
Yeah.
Like, there's the one movie where they totally made fun of it. They were like, there was like a kid in the movie and it was a horror movie, and like, I forgot the name of the movie. I want to say it was like, it wasn't Slither. It was something else. They were trapped in this bar in the middle of nowhere, and there was always these like little text on the bottom of the screen, and you see like the bartender lady has a kid, and on the bottom it goes, "We wouldn't kill a kid, would we?" And then all of a sudden the kid like gets eaten up and blood's everywhere, and they're like, "But we did. We killed him." Huh?
Is it Feast?
Ooh, maybe. I think it was Feast.
I think the first feast they were locked up in a bar.
Yeah. Because then they were like hero number 1, hero number 2. His
Wait,
hero
they're
number
what?
1 died.
Let me see. Let me look up feast.
I was like, it's got to be that one. It sounds familiar because I thought it was Slither at first. Yeah, I'm like, they killed a kid. I mean, I've seen many.
Yeah, it just says patrons locked in a bar are forced to fight monsters.
Yep. That one is hilarious.
That's
best
also,
movie ever.
Yeah, that franchise alone is pretty gross.
Yeah, but I'm like, it's funny. They said we're gonna kill the kid. Yeah, we did. Yeah. No one's fucking like telling them they're going to a mental hospital, but also it's a horror movie. Like, get over it.
Exactly. Like, you should know what you're getting into. I mean, it literally says what's in this movie under the rating for a reason, because of people like that.
Oh my god, everyone is having such an. Oh my god, this is so funny. Okay, so I'm gonna do Horror Bailey. Oh wait. Okay, yeah. Horror Bailey. And the thing is, their title is The Definition of How Far We've Come from Humanity.
Hell yeah. Good.
This is awesome. This movie is absolutely horrible. The acting is no better than what you'd see in a community college acting classes. Like, how do you know? I struggle to actually believe anyone enjoys this franchise. Yeah, the practical effects are very good, but we are really that far gone from humanity that we enjoy watching people, including children, be butchered. I mean, we've been watching teenagers getting butchered for years, and
teenagers, they were all probably like 35.
Aren't we all about inclusion? Like, exactly. I'm just saying,
equal left and equal rights.
Yeah, equal deaths. Okay, you got to get over it. I enjoy a good horror movie. I love when people need to make sure that they let people know that they enjoy a good horror movie.
I'm a horror fan, but
but I didn't do my homework on this.
It's like, no, you're not. You're not a horror fan.
So they say I have a good horror movie, as much as anyone, but this isn't the art pun intended of a good horror movie. I love how everyone's doing art puns. So weird.
The other guy did it better because he didn't emphasize. He just did.
Yeah, quotes. I was like,
it's like when you do quotes, I'm like, I see what you're doing and I appreciate it. When you point out you did a pun, I'm like, it's not funny.
Yeah. I was like, why are you doing a pun? It is just utter depravity. Someone chat GPT this complaint. It is very like, wow, big words. I greatly believe that the creator of this franchise is long overdue for a psych eval. Wait, is this I'm reading the same one?
Yeah, but the one I read didn't point it out. I think they copied the. Wait, which one are you reading?
Dude, the definition. Oh my god, I think they copied. Wait,
what's the user? What's the user?
It's Horror Bailey. I think they copied a few parts of the other guy's complaint.
Yeah, because the other one's like Peter something.
Yeah, that is so weird. Like what? They're like, that guy's right, guys. Like, we enjoy his art pun, and I do think that he needs a psych evaluation. They continue by saying, I would strongly recommend not watching. Oh wait, overall, just a very boring dud of a movie that is only popular due to the messed up minds of us as people enjoying watching people be brutalized on screen. Isn't that what horror is?
Yeah.
I mean, the history of horror is literally like horror became popular anytime that the world is burning because we want to fucking get our minds off of the world is burning, and nothing like a little scare and endorphins will get your blood pumping to make you forget your issues.
That's what I always point out to people, like horror movies make people feel exactly the same as rom-coms do. They hit the exact same emotions, and that's why they both. It's the same thing.
That's all
we both like rom-com. We like horror because we like to watch people die. We like rom-com because we like to feel good. It's both about fantasy. It's the same feeling. We just want to
Like,
feel
what the
something.
fuck?
We want to feel happy
Yeah.
here. We want to
Do
feel
you think
whatever.
do you think you're gonna walk into your hometown that you grew up in and like find the person you want to marry? Like, get the hell out of here.
No, of course not. But you like to watch other people like, see, that's cute. That's nice.
Yeah,
That's
it's
why we
nice.
watch these dumbass Christmas movies that come out every year.
Yeah,
They're all bullshit,
exactly.
but we still like watching them.
I do like Bad Santa though. That's one of my favorites.
Well, no, I mean like the Hallmark ones, like Lacey Chabray or Melissa Joan
oh
Hart.
God,
That's what I'm talking
killed
about.
myself.
It's all bullshit.
Yeah.
It makes me feel good.
I think that's ridiculous. That is not good for humanity at all. She ends by saying, or they end by saying, I would strongly recommend not watching this movie, as if you are any kind of human, this mess will leave you feeling nothing but uncomfortable and sick. I felt fine and happy, but
Yeah.
you do you, girlfriend.
Yeah.
That does it for the Terrifier 1 reviews, which, I mean, honestly, if anyone has time, these are fucking hilarious.
Yeah, they are pretty funny. Most of them just complain about killing kids.
So someone says, warning to all who have not watched this movie, do not even try or risk having a brain hemorrhage. Stay away. You've been warned.
Yeah.
I love it. So just look up 1-star IMDb on Terrifier 3 and you can have yourself a good old time. We'll do the 1-star reviews for Substance next, which I feel like is going to be a little amazing. I mean, it's going to be nice. I don't know if it's going to be as good as Terrifier.
It'll probably be similar without obviously the kid shit, but people are like, oh, it's so gross.
They're naked.
Yeah, they're just naked the whole time. I'm sure that's going to be in there. But
yeah. Why are there naked ladies? Why are they everywhere?
Oh, like
okay, there we go.
Or something.
Yeah. The gore.
I mean, I wonder if you could classify this as a snuff film. I mean, it has most of the stuff you'd like.
I mean, there's no like real sex about it. I think it really the nakedness, I believe, is their way of showing the aging process.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like Death Becomes Her when before she takes the potion, you see the like her boobs pop into place and her butt pop. Like it's kind of like that element. You know what I mean? Like they're showing the young and the old, like, oh, look at her. She obviously does not look like this 18-year-old, which, by the way, she's like 25 and she looks like she's 12. Like, good for her, man. I mean, shit.
I mean, her mom
just means you're gonna look younger.
I mean, her mom still looks really good.
Her mom does look good, and I love the gray hair on her. Like, it's amazing.
I'm gonna read that first one because it has a lot of people that not commented, liked it, or
say it was helpful.
Yeah, there's a lot of people on this one. So I was just gonna read that. I haven't read it yet, but I was just gonna read that one.
Do it.
All right. So the first one is, where's the user? Why don't I see a user for this one?
The user is Job.
Oh, I see it.
Jobby by me. Wait.
Yeah, I see it. It's at the top because I had to click on it. Yeah, and they're clever because they said no substance as their title. Super clever.
Click.
All right. It says, giving the glowing critic reviews, I had high hopes for this film, but it fell flat on its face. The movie is essentially a poor exercise in medical ASMR. There are agnostically long scenes. All right, whatever.
Yeah,
scenes
like what are these people with these fucking big words from ChatGPT?
Agnostic.
Like what?
I think he just spelled it wrong. I know what he's saying.
Yeah.
But it's long scenes and sticking needles in places and pulling them out. It reminded me a bit of 2001: A Space Odyssey. It was so drawn out. The premise is also ridiculous. I'm all for a bit of artistic license, but injecting yourself with a substance you've ordered over the phone with no prior history of drug abuse or medical knowledge is just bizarre.
Oh, yeah, we don't have that in 2024 at all, Zipic. That's crazy. You're right, sir.
Yeah, that along with our protagonist's sudden medical compatibility with no context. There are also massive flaws that cannot be overlooked if you paid any attention in school. Firstly, you cannot create matter out of nothing. I mean, that's fantasy. Secondly, if you have a huge incision down the back, you'll bleed to death,
Oh,
even if it's a poorly stitched up with string. Thirdly, if you've had any sort of medical procedure in your life, you've you'll know that incisions hurt and take weeks to heal, but conveniently not in this film. The list goes on. Also, suddenly our protagonist builds a secret room all of her own using heavy equipment with no history of any building skills. The movie is
because
essentially
women belong
ridiculous.
in the kitchen to cook instead, okay?
Yeah. The movie is essentially ridiculous scenes like those described above, interspersed with the video from Benny Benassi's song "Satisfaction." In addition, every single male character is a total buffoon. They are the Kens in the Barbie movie before they got liberated. It was like two different dudes. I
Yeah,
walked out.
like
I
what?
walked out after 45 minutes because I've already seen the video of Benny Benassi's "Satisfaction." I don't need to see it again 12 times. If you are
Uh,
interested in this, I'd wait for it to appear on a streaming service because at least then you can switch it off after 15 minutes and look at something better like watching paint dry.
I feel like
That's
I'm
that's some
sure
nitpicky
this.
ass
I
shit.
feel like this guy lives in the suburbs with his wife, and he has a boys' club because it's like, dude, what? First of all, when has any horror movie or like a movie not about something real has been like, hey guys, so actually I found out that human beings cannot physically come out of each other unless it's through a woman's vagina.
Mhm.
Um this is obviously not correct. Like what the fuck? It's a movie, dude. Also, you have not seen Benny Benassi's Satisfaction music video because it does not look anything like this, dumbass. But I'm like, wait, what? Like the whole thing is talking about surgical procedures. Like, did you not?
'Cause
And
you'll
I
bleed
feel
out if
like, yeah, I think he just got like very mad that like the one male character, because everyone else, not every male character was a buffoon.
it was just
Like
the two that it was. I'm pretty sure it was just Dennis Quaid, and then you had the neighbor. That's all I can
well, you had the
remember.
nurse guy, um, but he
Oh,
was like, it was almost a vindictive thing because he goes, I just want to know if like have they been eating you up or whatever. But like the guy from her high school, like she legitimately wanted to go on a date with him. Like,
yeah.
is it? I'm just like, oh, gross. He just gives me this guy gives me the vibes that he's like, oh, they made dudes look bad. So like you're not getting the whole fucking message here, my man.
Mhm.
Uh and you're a prime example. I'm sure you also eat like that. So he's like, yeah, that's totally normal. What are you talking about, guys? I don't understand. Uh Here, let me see. I'm gonna try and find one with a lot of thumbs ups. Those look fun. You're onto something here. Not a lot of thumbs ups, I'll tell you that. Here, this one has 14. I think that's 6. Wow, that is a paragraph and a half. Um I love that title though. Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Bet.
I was
Because
like, what?
if you're gonna do that line, just quote uh Malcolm from Jurassic Park.
Oh god, yeah. Uh Wait, what? Oh my god, maybe I'm not gonna.
Malcolm,
What the
right?
fuck? Horrific. Oh god, I gotta read this one. This one only has 6 helpful thumbs ups. I'm surprised it even does.
Easy
This one
Malcolm.
is called Human Centipede Had More Substance?
Bet.
Quote quote.
Bet.
Uh were were all of you who rated this high actually high when you watched it? First of all, yes. But that has nothing to do with anything. I'm a horolic. Oh, shut! I hate you already. What's your name
Horolic.
again? Let's tell people who you are.
Ew.
S-L-K. I'm a horolic. And I can love just about any movie in the subgenre of genre for one reason or another. You already sound horrific. Especially those gross and out there, but they're wow, commas people is and periods are your friend. But there wasn't anything plausible about this movie in the horror slash dark comedy slash satire, etc. realm at all. Like, who told you this was a comedy, bro? Um, Not even in science fiction does any of this make sense. What is with people in trying to make sense of a fucking fake story? An alien plunging out of someone's stomach actually seems somewhat possible, but this DIY duplication nonsense with non-information as to how it works or what the consequences are is just not even ironic enough to work. And for free? They never said this was for free. First of all, I
Mhm.
believe she actually paid. So watch the movie. What the obviously curse word was Carol Lee Fargett thinking, or was she at all? I cannot believe that this is what she thought would be the best way to approach this subject. I think it was perfect. I think all the really out there moves that most people will question their plausibility. Someone must have taught them what fucking plausible meant.
Yeah,
Because Jesus Christ.
is the
Uh
word of the day.
yeah, right? Plausibility. Will question their plausibility and laugh if they find this acceptable. I will, however, say that yes, some of the cinematography was beautiful and Demi did a great job, though she
Yeah.
looked a lot like Courtney Cox. Ooh! Girl, you deserve to get punished. In a bunch of sense, but it was really hard to believe she could barely move with one leg messed up, let alone run around with both of them destroyed and looking almost normal in those scenes. Like, I mean, no, girl, no. And in what world of this beauty standard did the monster think they should make a public appearance when Elizabeth couldn't even drag her beautiful tush out for drinks? She did, though, girl. It doesn't make any sense at all. Such a disappointment. I'm gonna point out some issues with this sentence. Um, because I really do hope it's not another woman typing it. She says, what in the world of quote beauty standards, so maybe it's a dude, I don't know. Did the quote monster think they should make a public appearance? The whole basis of the movie is to prove beauty standards in public settings. The whole story of the old self and young self and being merged and you feeling like a monster on the inside with everyone staring at you and judging you for everything you're doing, just like you just did in this fucking sentence by saying her beautiful tush out for drinks. What about Demi Moore's beautiful tush, or was it too aged for you? So you don't get the premise of the movie. So maybe you just don't have the brain span to process it. I'm like, that whole sentence was just ick for me. Uh, so many errors, so many poor choices, so many pretend quote you don't have a brain moments that I'm still trying to understand why I finished watching it at all. But then I finished every single movie I watched because I'm weird like that. And like I try to find some redeeming quality about everything I watch, even when I shouldn't. I think I'll go back to watching horror movies done by people who actually know what they're doing. I just think that this was a like good, well done movie. This is me talking, obviously not this, very intelligent human being. Um, but like, what's the pretend to have a brain moment? Like, I'm sorry, have you never had like a moment, and this has to not be a woman typing this, because every woman knows what this is. You get
Yeah.
the panic, you're aging, shit's going wrong. As someone who fucking went through or is already menopausal early on because someone hates me in life, like, you get in panics. Like, your body's always changing and they don't tell us what the fuck's going on half the time. We're going in blind. You take sex ed in school and they teach you about, uh penises and vaginas, but they don't teach you about anything else. They're not like, hey, guess what? In high school, you're gonna get acne and you're gonna have all these emotions. You women are gonna relive that when you get older. Isn't that exciting? All that acne, all that weight gain, all the issues you have right now, and you're crying at nothing, that's gonna revisit you. And then you start panicking, and then you're working out, and you're trying to get fucking shots of shit, and you're trying to get Botox, and you gotta, because God forbid you have a fucking wrinkle, or you show gray, or you just go out in your fucking jams. Like, people are always holding them to high standards. I've seen dudes wear gym fucking shorts in the dead of winter all year, every year, and that is their main outfit, and not one person says a fucking thing. Not one person. If I was to do that, holy shit, people would be like, oh my God, are you going through depression? Like, what's wrong with you, Liz? Why are you wearing basketball shorts? Like, I wore a sweater once at work because I had to move shelving, but like, I wasn't dressed down. It was literally a sweater, black jeans, and like nice boots. And you would have thought I came in shambles. Like, people are like, oh my God, are you okay? Like, what the fuck? And there's people there that like literally never has ironed their shirt ever. But it's crazy. Like, here, a prime example. I've seen many people at a beach. I used to have eczema on my foot. I called it the zombie foot because it looked horrendous. I literally was trying everything in my like fucking life to get rid of this thing. Because when I go to the beaches or anything, people would see it and they would like make comments. I've actually had strangers come up to me and say, oh my God, are you a burn victim? And I was like, holy shit, if I was, that be a logical way of approaching a stranger? Like, oh my God, were you in a horrible accident? Because something is disfigured on you. And I just want to make sure that you know that we all see that. Like, what the hell? And that happens all the time. So yeah, she is gonna freak out and buy a substance that she just got from a fucking nurse dude. So you got to think that too. Like, someone from the medical field is giving you access to something, right? So you're to think it's legit. And so, yeah, I mean, like, that just nothing makes sense from that. And that's irritating. Drag her little beautiful tush. Whatever, Demi Moore. You show us your ass all the time. It doesn't fucking matter. All right? I mean, fuck, man. Let's compare Demi Moore butts. God damn it. We're going to do that. To show you Demi Moore when she was that stripping movie she did?
Striptease?
Yeah, striptease. Yeah, wow. Striptease, and then we're going to show her butt in the Substance. You're going to see what little aging has done to this woman. Like, I'm sorry, but she looks just fine. Don't discriminate Demi Moore's tush, okay? And by the word tush, I just feel like you're an old dude. It just seems like an old, yeah, right? Like, damn, she had nice gams, that young lady. Very nice, though. She had a nice tush. Like, do you have your next one?
Yeah.
Those were like fucking, these people have time, like so much time. These are like fucking storylines.
Yeah. But I got one from Natalia, France. And it says, wish I was Warren. This is disgusting beyond artsy. It's like, how many movies can you remember that made you rush out of the cinema with a strong impulse to plunge your eyes, brain, and memory into some powerful antiseptic? If only we could throw out bad films and clear them out of our system like bad food. I'm a big cinemavore, never heard that term, and enjoy
Dude,
light
why? What is
entertainment.
with these people fucking making these names about their cinema lights?
People like labels. But whatever. I'm a big cinemavore and enjoy light entertainment as well as artsier films, experimental, daring, provocative. Bring them on. I'll appreciate the effort and applaud the vision, but some films seem to rely solely on a few big name actors and a whole twisted bizarre of visual foolproof triggers. Don't expect an intriguing story. There's a no brainer, a simple, straightforward bit of science fiction that dwells on the obsession with a young body, sex appeal, and the love of fulfillment it promises and the price to pay. Surely the visuals are perfect, images and colors are masterfully crafted to guide you through the every nuance and nausea. Close-ups of fresh flesh wounds, needles piercing, and ever-slowing moving camera, more close-ups, more disgusting graphic scenes. How about a fried chicken leg being pulled through the navel and every yummy detail?
Oh, I
And,
love that. I forgot about that. That was awesome.
yeah, endless staring and mirror gazing and all sorts of bodily changes. Oh, yes, and plenty of sparkling aerobics filmed and staged as if plucked from a 1970s teenage late night wet fantasy. Demi Moore is a great actress, of course. Margaret Qualley is beautiful. So is the yellow coat they share throughout the film. The rest, indeed, is a horror of lingering, disgusting aftertaste.
I mean,
I mean, most of it didn't really seem like it was a negative. I
yeah,
mean, they said don't expect an intriguing story, but they were pretty much just describing the movie of what it was meant to be.
yeah. Like I just,
You're meant to be disgusted. You're meant to be uncomfortable.
yeah.
That's what.
I'm like, I think everyone they didn't get the memo. They really didn't. What? Let me see. Wait, which one did you read? Who was this again?
It was called "Wish I Was Warned." This
I
is the
wish I was warned. Okay.
yeah.
I'm like, God, there's so many good ones. Did we read the what was that?
I don't think so. No.
Oh, this one. Okay. This one has 17.
Could be
Wow,
a
17. Okay, so it's from Ralph Switz.
Yeah.
And it's called What Was That? I saw this movie yesterday with great anticipation. And for the first maybe 2/3 of the movie, my expectations were fulfilled. So basically when they were naked. But then it turned from a decent story, it turned from two beautiful naked women to an incredible splatter fest with absolutely no sense or credibility. I can only tell everyone, don't get caught by the positive reviews. Save your money and don't go to see the junk. The actors are good, maybe a bit too much from Dennis Quaid. And the basic idea of the story is great. Unfortunately, the last 1/3 of the movie seemed like some gore fans Saturday night together, and everybody had even better ideas to show how to shock the audience. Like, first of all, I love how everyone is bashing the movie, but they're like, but Demi Moore and Miss Qualley was like incredible. And then this guy's like, maybe Dennis Quaid was a little too much. Even though Dennis Quaid has recently been in some dookie publicly, like I feel like he kind of hit this role on the head. He needed to pretend to be a gross human that has no self-awareness, no respect, doesn't need to bother with any kind of social cues. He's just doing his own fucking thing. Like, he's eating shrimp and fucking spitting it out and like not even washing his hands and touching people. Like, no one's questioning how disgusting this man is. Like, on the outside, his personality, and that's what he went for. And that he successfully did it. He looked gross. He looked wet all the time. He acted gross. His personality was gross. Everything was gross about the man. He did it. He got it. But like, then they stand up for the women and they're like, well, we don't get it though, that, you know, it was a beautiful like movie with these women being naked and then they just turned ugly. I don't know what this movie's about. It's about exactly that. It's about exactly what you're doing. Because all of these are like that. Like, they're like, the makeup effects are good, but not great. In fact, the standard drop as a film progresses, the last 20 minutes, I mean, it's supposed to be a cartoony version of what people see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we obviously, it's like Demi Moore saying, like, I don't care about, you know, people's views of beauty anymore and blah, blah, blah. But when you look at Demi Moore, you're like, she is fucking, what are you talking about? You're gorgeous. Yeah. But what she sees on inside, you don't know. She probably sees that lady with the fucking saggy ass titty. Speaking of titties, the best part of the scene of that movie was when the fucking boob pops out and lands on the stage.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, because that which triggers everything. Not the fucking monster on stage, not the Demi Moore face, but the fucking titty that she pukes out. I fucking died. Yeah. And then they're like, monster! I was like, girl, your titty's out. You puked it out. You should go get it. It looks... That I would never want to puke out my tits. Please don't. That seems painful. Also gross. It was like an eyeball boob. It was really weird. It was like an eyeball boob. I was about to sound like these like medical scientists to be like, you know, the ones that write these reviews. I was about to say, I should Google, what does your boobs look like under your skin? They don't look like eyeballs. I'll tell you that. Yeah. They can't. They're muscle and then fit. Yeah, no. I was like, wait, no, they don't look like that. Obviously, let me write a bad review. These titties were looking like eyeballs with nipples, and it's unacceptable. I'm a horroraholic. I'm a horror fan expert. Like, I just don't get it. And I love reading these bad reviews because everyone uses one big word all the time. Yeah. But I mean, like, I love how, and like the most people that, like, all the complaints from this movie has sentences exactly like this one. Like, this one says, cringeworthy Sherlock. Okay, where shall I start? I like both Demi Moore and the very sexy Margaret. Like, what the fuck? You guys miss, not only did you miss the point, you're helping the point. Because everyone keeps complimenting how they look. And then look at this one. Holy garbage. And one of their sentences, such a pathetic blast. Aging star Demi Moore splits onto her younger doppelganger in this excessive body horror of weepy, weaponized male gaze and body standards. I'm like, what the fuck? I can't even read this review. This person goes off hinged. I mean, they do make a good point, though. I mean, there are parts where Demi Moore does kind of look like the jackass bad grandpa. Like, I mean, they're kind of on point with that one, but because now I can't unsee that. That's all I fucking see. It's like, I'm gonna put that next. I'm gonna do two things in our Patreon page. It's gonna be Demi Moore's butt and that and striptease, and Demi Moore in this movie as the old lady, and also Jackass to see if anyone sees the difference. Also, I think the theme was the 80s, not the 70s. Just to that was obviously done by like what gen are we in? Like Gen X, Gen Z?
No, Gen Z.
E.
It's I don't know Gen Y. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, Gen. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, oh god, I think that honestly, some horror movies are just too much for people. Like brain wise, like if it has a deep meaning, you could just automatically assume that more than half the people, are just not going to get it, which is fine. If you don't get it, you don't get it. I still haven't finished Hereditary, nor do I want to. Like, I will deal with gore. I will deal with any kind of horror movie. Any kind of horror movie. It doesn't even have to be a horror movie. My biggest thing that I don't enjoy is when a movie, like if someone's in trouble, like they did something bad. So Hereditary, he cuts off his sister's face by accident, right? Like he should have automatically pulled the car over, called the cops, whatever, but then there wouldn't be a movie. But instead, he drives home, leaves the head in the car, and goes to bed. That disturbed me more than any movie I've ever watched, and I cannot go see the movie again. Because, like, that disturbs me. I'm just like, I can't. Like, he's in so much trouble. He just has no idea. It just gives me anxiety. Trauma. But, like, I'm not going to say it's a garbage movie, though. I just don't want to look. If that part disturbs me, I just don't want to see the rest of it. And people have told me it's about, like, I don't know, some witch thing, and I'm like, I don't care if I like miss out on it. But like, I'm not gonna say it's garbage because I don't get it. But all these people are like downing the actors, and it's just crazy to me that these people have to. I mean, they gotta have TikTok. They know the basis of this movie, but yet they're gonna make so many comments about these poor actresses and like how they look, because they're dicks. Yeah, we're gonna post a few fun things in our Patreon. This year, I'm gonna get my shit together, and we're gonna, spruce some things up. I have some plans on, we're gonna have some more like film clips and stuff to show during live streams. I'm gonna try and see if we could do some like Discord events, like movie nights or whatever. Something. We got something. Cool. We got giveaways. I just joined the A24 club, by the way. I'm official. It's really cool though. Like, so I'll have like the number I could give you guys. You'll get a discount. But for a year, it's like $100. But you get like cool shit. I forgot. I got like a heritage fucking like a kid's book where you got to do puzzles and shit. I got a little pin, and this is just like a welcome package. And then I got that like baby boy or baby girl movie. I got a postcard from that. What else did they? That's all they gave me. Oh yeah, and then I got like $25 to spend on their merch or whatnot, which they do have cool ass records. Like I want to get the Maxine record. They did have the Y2K VHS. Totally missed out on that though. It's sold out. Like, sucks. I want to get one so bad. I saw someone on TikTok have it. I'm like, I'm gonna start collecting VHSs. I wish I had mine when I was a kid, but I'm gonna get on the VHS, bandwagon because I love that. I love VHSs. It makes me feel like, was it like, I don't know, weird. Like it makes me feel cozy.
I get that.
It's like just a very cozy thing. Like nothing says movie night like putting a VHS tape in your VHS player, slamming it down, having it bounce back up, you slamming it down even harder, it bouncing back up, and then you just continuously fucking hitting the shit out of the VHS player. Then finally it stays, and then you press play. At least that was my VHS player when I was a kid. That thing, I can't believe survived so many years with us beating the shit out of that thing. We would like slam it down and it would just like fucking pop up again and you're just like beating the shit out of it. And it would just like, it still worked. Hey. But yeah, we never stuck anything in there. We didn't, yeah. It's like playing NES, you know, it's nostalgic. It's cool. I need to get a tube TV though. That's the one thing I need to add to my collection. But yeah, A24 will do that. Our Patreon is below on the screen here. We have our podcast. We have Boss Ass Wis. If you're an entrepreneur, we do that one. I believe we might be adding another podcast to our family. And no, I have nothing to do with it. So you won't have to hear my voice. So maybe we'll get listeners. I like, they tried to. They're like, hey, Liz, do you want? I go, no, I don't. I do not. I don't really want to be the voice or the face of any more. I don't want to get people to be like, this fucking bitch is on everything. Like, hell no. And plus, it's a lot of work. So we're going to add, I believe it's going to be a gaming podcast, like video gaming, since we already have tabletop and whatnot. So we're kind of working out ideas, but we're going to get that. We ourselves will have more giveaways. I have a special announcement. I might get in trouble for this, but lucky for me, I don't think my work knows my YouTube channel. There is a new horror movie out. Actually, it's on YouTube, so fuck them. There's a new horror movie out. It's called Hard Eyes. It's by Sony. And it is about a Valentine's Day killer, but it's not Valentine's Day. And by the looks of the coming previews, it looks pretty gory. There's and the kid from Scream's in it, the jock guy. And there's a scene where they, yeah, it's called Hard Eyes. And there's a scene that they show where this girl's giving a guy a BJ. And she gets up and the killer stabs her in the mouth and then takes the thing out and it's just a fucking hole in her mouth and you see the people on the other side and then she drops down. I'm like, it could possibly be bad.
Devin Sawa's in it too.
Yeah.
And Jordana Brewster.
Yeah. I'm excited, but somebody named Liz has posters already for this movie.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we'll do some giveaways for that. I still have the Killer AI movie posters if anyone's interested. But yeah, when it comes to Sony horror, like I get the posters before the movies come out. So you could have a actual legit before anyone else gets it movie poster. So we'll do some giveaways with that. And and we have some special guests lined up. I did my homework this weekend for the holidays. I did what I promised last year. I actually got off my happy ass and I emailed some people. So we'll get some special guests here. And then that's all I have. Do you have anything to add there?
No, nothing right now. Nothing crazy. Nothing like that. No.
Nothing too crazy, guys. But yeah, definitely support our Patreon. We appreciate it. It helps us pay for systems like this, like the StreamYard and the music that we use and all this fun stuff. Because if we don't get Patreons, it's Liz that pays it. And I'm not as rich as I look. Just shocking. But we will see you guys later. And oh my God, that's right. I said a goodbye line. So usually we end our stream by saying, come back for more horror and gore, right?
Yeah.
I said something out of the blue during the convention, and apparently it has stuck with everybody because they started cracking up, and now I'm constantly being ragged on because I said it. So I'm just going to use it as our new exit. And that is stay stabby, everyone.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.